and welcome back to Bookish Theories. In today's video, I would like to talk about SUGA'S interlude in Halsey's upcoming album Manic, focusing on a little breakdown and analysis of the lyrics and on how this song came to be. In order to understand what SUGA'S interlude is truly about, I feel like it's important to see the song in the context of Halsey's album. In a recent interview, Halsey revealed that Manic will be a concept album about her struggle with mental health and her bipolar disorder. All the songs that will be featured have a different genre and will be telling different stories. But in general, the album will focus on the inner conflict between opposing sides of herself coming to the surface in her artistic process as well as in her private life. In this respect, SUGA'S interlude perfectly conveys the dichotomy at the core of the album. Halsey said that their intention was to give Suga a platform to express his thoughts independently from the other members. And the reason why she chose him is directly connected to Suga's song The Last. Now The Last is the 7th track of AGUST's mixtape, so the lyrics are from the perspective of Suga's alter ego. The song is very important in this context because it deals with Yoongi's struggle with depression, OCD, and social anxiety. So much like the concept behind Halsey's album, The Last is very autobiographical. In the song, AGUST recalls the moment of his youth where he dealt with mental health problems, and how the individual hiding behind the idol mask was struggling in the process of becoming successful. Now everything is good because his dreams have become reality, but the price to pay for success was his youth. And even if he thought that once they became successful everything would turn out fine, coming to terms with greed and pride has proven to be more difficult than expected. AGUST here is represented as a persona born out of sorrow, and in the lyrics he says that Yoongi is dead because he killed him. This is a reflection on how anger and pain can take over and destroy the real you struggling to control those feelings. The song here is very ambivalent, because if on the one hand it deals with success as something that cost him his identity and turned him into a monster, on the other it takes pride in it and says that we don't need to worry because everything is fine. Thing is, this is not Yoongi speaking, but AGUST, which is the part of himself that was completely taken over by greed. In the mixtape, we didn't get to hear what Yoongi had to say, because AGUST claimed all the attention. But now, things are different. Considering how the song deals with the question of identity, it's easy to see why Halsey was so impressed by it. In many respects, The Last falls perfectly in line with the inner conflict Halsey is trying to convey in her own album. And because of that, SUGA'S interlude can be seen as a sequel of sorts to that song. This time, however, it's not AGUST who is talking, but Yoongi, who, as it turns out, is still alive and kicking. SUGA'S interlude opens with Halsey expressing her desire to separate the times in which she wants everything to the times in which she wants to give up. Right off the bat, this is very important because it tells us that the song is about the conflict between her ambition to seek success and her desire to be free from it. Suga's job here is to bring to life these two parts of Halsey, but in doing so, he also expresses his own views about success. In his first verse, Yoongi tells us that what is about to take place is a journey inside of his head. In the lyrics, he says that self-loathing and pride are still part of him and that he has accepted them as such. But now, he also tells us that even if he achieved all his dreams, sometimes it would be better to keep dreams as dreams. This is quite a new approach to this theme, because in the past, the dream was something that heavily defined him. Suga always portrayed himself as very proud of his accomplishments, and he still is. But this time, he also wonders if he made the right choice. In the song, Yoongi says that while he is living his life, he also hopes that his leap may not be a fall. This means that even if he is enjoying all the benefits of fame, he still questions whether his lifestyle can be detrimental on the long run. He still stands with what he said in the past. That is, he still thinks that your effort, your beliefs, and even your greed should not be something to be ashamed of. But even if the night is darkest before sunrise, we should never forget about the stars that guided us in the dark. These two lines here are callbacks to two different songs. The first line is a reference to Tomorrow, which is a song about young people's struggle to follow their dreams and the need to work hard and believe in yourself in order to succeed in the future. The second line, however, is a reference to Microcosmos, where the stars that guided BTS in the night were ARMY. These callbacks tell us that even if it's important to wait for the sunrise and hope for better days, it's also important to remember the people who were there for us when we were failing. These people will be by your side whether you are successful or not. So here Yoongi is reminding us not to lose sight of what's truly important. This part also plays into the concept behind Halsey's album. As Yoongi says in the second verse, reality is much different from what they thought. It's harder, more chaotic, and despite all the benefits, sometimes he doesn't know if he's walking or if he's running towards the end of a tunnel. The lyrics here tell us that he has no idea if he's doing the right thing. But at this point, it doesn't matter because this is his life and he has to deal with it. This view may seem a little bleak, but the point of the song is to show exactly that. It's about the conflict between ambition and freedom, passion and responsibility, but most importantly between an ideal and the reality behind it. Even if life is not like they expected it to be, they have to adapt to it and move on, because that's the only thing that they can do. Change here is seen as part of life as well as part of their job. Both Yoongi and Halsey started to work at a very young age, but now they are adults and their perspective is changing. This is something that happens to all of us, and here Suga is telling us that it's normal. It's normal to change the way we live and the way we love, but it's up to us to decide how to experience this change, and most importantly, how to make the best out of every situation. This is why his verse ends with an open question. Even if we are still in doubt, now he's asking us what we are gonna do, because it's up to us to decide how to live our life and face the reality of our dreams. So that's it from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please think about liking and subscribing. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.